In this example, the graph y equals 1 over x is translated by the vector 3, 0, and then stretched by a scale factor of 2 in the y direction. We need to find the equation of the new graph. We'll start with our translation by 3, 0. That's 3 units in the positive x direction. Try to think of all your transformations as replacements. To translate by 3 units in the positive x direction, we replace x by x minus 3. So y equals 1 over x goes to y equals 1 over x minus 3. Next, we'll apply a stretch of scale factor 2 in the y direction. To stretch in the y direction, we divide y by the scale factor. So we get y equals 1 over x minus 3 goes to y over 2 equals 1 over x minus 3. Multiplying up by 2 gives us y equals 2 over x minus 3. And that's our answer. Okay, what I'd like you to do at this point then is have a look at your printed sheet and find the arrows labelled 1 and 2. And I'd like you to make a couple of annotations on your sheet. So the first annotation I'd like you to make is how do we apply the translation to this equation? If we want to translate by 3, 0, which letter do we replace and what do we replace it with? And then the same thing for number 2. If we want to apply a stretch of scale factor 2 in the y direction, what do we replace and what do we replace it with? Pause the video, have a go at that, and then come back and check your notes against mine. Okay, here's what I've written for number 1 then. Replace x by x minus 3. I've also put in brackets subtract to translate. Your notes don't have to say exactly the same as mine, but they should cover the same kind of ideas. For number 2, I've written replace y by y over 2. And in brackets I've put divide by the scale factor. Again, your notes don't have to say exactly the same, but they should say something similar. Okay, here's one for you to try yourself then. Pause the video and then come back and check your solution against mine. Welcome back. We'll start with a translation by 2 units in the negative y direction. As a vector, that's 0 minus 2. This is telling us to replace y by y minus minus 2, which we can just write as y plus 2. If we rearrange that, we get y equals sine x minus 2. Next, we'll stretch scale factor 3 in the x direction. This tells us to replace x by x divided by 3. And there's our answer.